Well, I've touched on already the fjords, which I think is a fantastic way to start your career in cruising as a mature traveller. You know, you can't fail to be wowed by the sheer impressive size and scale of what you're visiting, and really somewhere that's so unlike home. Many mature travellers like to try the Mediterranean first for their first cruise. That can be either sailing straight from the UK, which is fantastic because you just drive to the port, you can put your suitcases straight from the car on board, and there's no kind of airport to go through with all of the hassle of security and check-in. That said, other people don't like to sort of what they would consider to be waste a day, although I would disagree, getting down to the Mediterranean, and they'd rather fly cruise, so there's plenty of options available. And then for the more ambitious, if somewhere like Asia has always been on your list and you'd like to visit, then I would recommend looking at a cruise. There's a lot of cruise lines that are now being based out in Asia and offering, you know, a fantastic, authentic experience in a far-flung destination, you know, with all of the services that you'd expect from a cruise line to accompany it. My personal favourite destination on board a cruise ship is actually the Greek islands. I was lucky enough a couple of years ago to go on Star Clippers around the Greek islands on a cruise, and it really was wonderful. We called it a different destination, different port every day. We saw Santorini and the volcanoes. We went to Athens, we went to many different islands, and in fact right across to Turkey. And it was just a wonderful experience. It was actually a yoga cruise, and I really surprised myself. Every morning I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to salute the sunrise and had a wonderful time. And I can't recommend it more. And that's from somebody who, you know, I've always loved the Greek islands, but in terms of island hopping on foot, and I'm a convert now. It's by cruise. I'd like to do it next time. I really recommend that the devil's in the detail of the research that you do. If you aren't familiar with cruise companies, there are so many out there making fantastic promises, you know, for all kinds of different things. And I really recommend research. Visit a good reviews site. I would mention Silver Travel Advisor, but there are plenty of others out there, Cruise Critic and the like, who are real specialists. Spend some time on the forum, ask questions, look at reviews, look at articles, try and pick, you know, as many as you can without getting confused about a destination or a type of cruise you'd like, and really inform yourself before then going to the next stage of making a booking, because the more information you have, the more likely you are to make the right decision. And if you make the right decision on a cruise, you know, you will be converted and come back and then recommend it to your friends. So that first stage is important. I would say don't just look in the newspaper, oh, there's a great offer of sort of $799 or something like that for all-inclusive cruise, if you haven't done it before. You know, the cruise experts and the ones who do it all the time, they can pick and choose offers, and they really are very sort of sure-footed through it. But for the first time, I'd say, you know, do the homework first and then decide. Something that at Silver Traveller Advisor we have really noticed a growth of is multi-generation cruising. And it's not something that I'd previously really been aware of, but a lot of grandparents are actually seeing cruising as a way to treat their children and their grandchildren to a fantastic family holiday. And the more research we've done into it, the more we've realised actually it's a fantastic choice for them, because the grandparents can relax on board and on decks and sit in the sun lounges and do some gentle activities. Their grown-up children can perhaps enjoy some of the nightlife and some of the cultural side of it, or the learning experiences. And even young children, they have kids clubs, they can explore around the ship, which is very exciting, they can enjoy the excursions. And you know, we've seen groups of sort of 15, 20 people booking multi-generational holidays, usually with the grandparents paying actually for the whole thing, because it's just a great way to go out and enjoy a holiday together, where you're not all confined perhaps in a hotel and a villa for 2 weeks. You have that freedom for everybody to do as they choose, meet up for meal times, and have, you know, a really enjoyable holiday for everybody.